Okay, so I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of know how Shonen Jump rolls when it comes to marketing and trying to switch the narrative regarding something happening in their manga, or in their magazine for that matter, that in particular is a new series that may not be doing the best, or in general they just want to switch the topic of conversation. Now, my last Samurai 8 video, I told you guys I seen what word of mouth is, and a lot of people, they just ain't digging what's happening with this series. They're not liking it, and I kind of pointed out a lot of reasons why I feel that way, but it seems as though potentially the topic of conversation has not changed, so much so that Shonen Jump, with one of their newest marketing ploys, again, like I said, they've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a while, so I know what I'm talking about. Just like when Hungry Joker, they said it's getting rave reviews and it's doing amazing, and then gets canceled, or they do this. So Samurai 8, with the latest chapter, I believe it's chapter 7, the cover of it, they have a little message talking about what the word of mouth is regarding the series, despite it being the polar opposite to the things I've seen thus far online. We're gonna talk about it, but man, Samurai 8, with only 7 chapters, you gotta give it credit. Kishimoto's name reigns so supreme that no matter good or bad, people always seem to talk about his work. So shall we? Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like... Okay, so like I said, Samurai 8, been rocky, and in fact, I kind of want to read a couple of the things I've seen online, scouring the interwebs, of some of the things that people have been saying. For starters, one person said, "I don't understand this shit." And okay, fair enough, that's pretty much what I said people have been saying. Another one is, "Story's progressing, next chapter may be interesting, but I'm still not sold on the concept of the cyborg samurai princess 8 keys or whatever. Plus the main character's an annoying little shit, and not in a funny way. And princesses are basically housewives, secretaries who make flower decorations and make phone calls. How are they empowering the samurai? I can confirm it's not by fighting on the samurai side, since all the fights we've seen only involve the samurai alone. All the princesses are shown to be sitting around in a palace. Not a great premise to show strong female characters." That's a very valid one, and in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I remember the creator of Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto, said that women were never his strong point. Let's read one more. "Naruto was about some dumb kid in a world with ninjas who wanted to be a ninja president. Cool start, small. The premise is about growth, seeing what responsibilities are out there, go places, see people, do things, consequences. Samurai 8 is about some dumb kid in a world with cyborg samurai who wanted to be a cyborg samurai. Then he did it. The dog goes meow. Did I mention his master is a talking rat? Battle. Glasses. Yikes. People really aren't digging this." So again, like I've said, people just continuing to say kind of the same things about it. So let's see what Shonen Jump says, though, according to them, what people in other countries outside of Japan are saying about the series. "This manga has garnered praise from many a country. We gratefully present a colored centerfold of this sci-fi samurai themed hit." Wait, what? Hit? Where is this a hit at? It better be a hit in Shonen Jump. It better be like everybody better be loving it, because right now, from many a country outside of Japan, all I've been seeing is the opposite. And don't get me wrong, me personally, since the last time we're talking about 3 or 4 chapters, I've been digging Samurai 8. Honestly, I like the whole premise. I like that it's been giving you a lot, so that later on, when we have big climactic battles, we don't need all that setup of like, hey, gathering from one thing, because the problem with Naruto was that it started off very, very simple. In fact, the time that we seen the Kage, remember it was, I believe, Orochimaru brought back the first and second Hokage, and he tried to bring back the fourth. Remember, it was manipulated that first it was supposed to be that the fourth was the strongest, then somehow it became Hashirama. I see it as what Samurai 8 is doing is Kishimoto's trying to get rid of all of that stuff now of like things happening out the blue. I think the message of Samurai 8 also is that a samurai isn't just a title. Because what I've seen thus far with this cat master, Daruma, that he's been trying to teach Hachimaru the ropes a bit of like, yo, it's more than just that. I will 100% agree that I'm not digging Hachimaru. And I think that, again, this is a very astute observation, Kishimoto looks at children these day and age as just that. If you pay close attention, look at Boruto, how Boruto was designed. Hachimaru is essentially how Boruto was at the beginning of the manga, and that's something that I can't defend because, like, I was not a big fan of Boruto, the way he was written, and again, I think that's Masashi Kishimoto. Maybe you could argue that that is exactly what kids are like, or you could say that he's out of touch with what kids are like. I don't know, but this is his interpretation of kids kind of being very spoiled and not having any idea or any eye for adventure, and Daruma was constantly trying to teach him. I was disappointed that seemingly the way the story is trying to push it is that this Princess Anne is the princess for Hachimaru, but I think that's going to play later on where Nanashi is going to actually be the true princess for him. He already met his princess and he has all his tools, and it's been developing things like the bone hilt, the fact that, you know, the samurai dog is more important than ever. A lot of really interesting things with this manga, but people just aren't having it. People just, for whatever reason, keep on dogging at it. So me, I'm going to talk about it the way I've been, kind of here and there at this point when it catches my interest. But as it stands right now, it seems like Shonen Jump is doing damage control. I'll be honest with you, it seems as though Shonen Jump they probably invested a lot of money in this. They probably invested a lot to bring Masashi Kishimoto back to the magazine, especially on a weekly basis, and maybe things right now are taking off. I hope in the future, once there's enough content and people can stop making a comparison to a 700 chapter series to like a 7 chapter series, like this is 1% of Naruto, you know what I'm saying? And I'd argue that this is more interesting than the first 1% of Naruto. We didn't even hit Zabuza yet, or we just started barely getting into that. Samurai 8 has been setting up the world. So honestly, I get why people are like this, and in terms of I understand the mindset. I don't agree with it because despite my one complaint, Hachimaru, which I guess that's where we got to get over the hump of like, hey, this is a shonen manga, so you got to have something in there like that, which again, Kishimoto sees kids that way. It has to be, or at the very least, that's my opinion of how I view Kishimoto writing children, because they always end up similar to this. I mean, it didn't start that way, and maybe that was his mindset back when he created Naruto, that it was different. Now it is this. So despite that, I still fuck with the series. I still think the world building is great. The introduction of the samurai, seeing that they're hunting down Hachimaru, that they're trying to say, oh, he's essentially an anomaly in a way, possibly, because he became a samurai by chance. They don't realize that his father set all this up, I'm imagining. So a lot of great stuff, great plot twists to come. But yeah, kind of curious. What is your stance on this? Are you too confused still? Do you think that Shonen Jump is again trying to change the narrative? Again, I'll be honest with you. I've seen this too many times with this. I fell for it many times. Like, I thought Hungry Joker, man, it got to be selling well. They talk. No. This is probably the fact that everything that you've seen online about people bashing it, despite maybe some of us may see the bigger picture, is probably accurate, but we gotta wait and see. Only time will tell. I've seen this happen again with Black Clover. I've seen it happen too many times to say completely that it's sold off either way. But your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of this. I really hope Kishimoto makes Hachimaru grow out of this Boruto, beginning of Boruto character archetype pretty quickly, because yeah, he is kind of annoying, disrespectful, but then again, I guess at the same time, if you think about the whole concept of it, is merging old with new, right? And it's taking this new generation that has such a lack of, in a way, you know, from what everybody would argue, a lack of respect for culture and tradition and things like that, and you're merging it with tradition and things like that. So you're taking samurai and merging it with something that is so out of its element, space and sci-fi, which is probably what the whole thing is supposed to be, but still, I can't defend it. I don't like Hachimaru, but I fuck with everything else about the series. Let's change that up. Let's get more interesting characters. And yeah, your overall thoughts. Samurai 8, yay, nay, are you dropping it? You already dropped it, don't give a shit. Yeah, but that's a wrap of this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Please hit the bell to get all notifications. You know, if you want to get any of my videos, because YouTube be wildin'. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. Can't forget the music though. Hold on, let me play y'all a little something. Table rules, if you heard it, best believe that. For now it's whatever. One day I'll be your favorite for never. No matter how you know.